here we are, we're down at Tamaki Marine Park, we're about to depart. We've got 2 lines on the boat. Which line do you reckon we need to release first?
Can I have a stab? An uneducated one.
Go on.
Oh, we've got the wind coming from there.
Yeah.
I'm going to release the one that's furthest away from the wind.
You legend, absolutely. And why so?
I was just thinking that if I took that one off, then my ass would swing around.
Yeah.
And then I'd just end up dragging the motor on the whatever's over there.
Yeah.
Is that what I was thinking?
Yeah, that's 100% right. Now, in some circumstances, that might be desirable. You might be keen enough to have the stern kind of swing around, maybe to get out, but you'd need someone up here tending the line and getting ready. But that's absolutely the fundamental principle.
Right.
And a lot of people don't actually think enough about which lines to release first. And that's part of the reason that we sometimes look a bit foolish at the boat ramp, because we release the lines without any thought. And some people do. What's the cardinal sin of releasing the lines? What's the one thing that we always get going before we release the lines?
A motor?
The motor, absolutely. So never release the lines.
I've got to admit something here.
I knew.
I've only got one line.
So we're not talking about in bars with women. We only know you got one line.
Oh, one line, right? Jeez.
But it's a good one.
Yeah.
Alright, so I just get the bow line off first.
It's
And by the way, just one thing as well, this is one of the reasons I've made some other previous videos on this, but I don't like half hitches, certainly when we're temporary alongside and stuff. You know those half hitches, or the locking hitches, some people call them, on cleats. Because if you start putting the hitches on cleats, you can't just flick the line off. Oh, it just takes a little flick off, and then...
You know the problem there, he makes it look easy, eh? I bet you if I did that, I'd be shaking my hand and
It'd be a granny knot.
I'd have done a bowline. That's how good I am.
Now, a nice just quick little tip here, by the way, as well, is when you're just coiling up a line and you want to stow it quickly, you can either, there's a million ways to coil a line and secure it and put it in a locker, but generally temporary, when you're just storing line, stick it around your rail and just pull it through its own coils like that. You can just leave it dangling on there, shaking anywhere. Happy days.
See, it's little things like this that, even though we've done a lot of boating, and I'm sure most people watching have, it's little things like that that, you know, doing this sort of training just
makes a difference. It puts the cherry on the cake, really.
Absolutely.
You know, makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than the school of hard knocks to learn these things.
Yeah,
but better to learn them from someone else who's received the knocks.
Exactly, and not on our boat, so you know.
I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, actually. So the bow was drifting away from the dock, and another thing people don't realise is you've got supreme control on the boat when you actually get one line attached. So at the moment, just with that stern line attached, you see, if we did get caught by tide or wind and starts blowing the bow away, rotating the engine in towards the dock, well, all you got to do, leave that line on, just give it a couple of little kicks into gear. And the reason I give it kicks and not just leave it in gear is because if you leave it in gear, it comes in and it smashes onto the dock too hard. So a few little taps. Now, a lot of people go on about, oh, the gearbox, the gearbox. That's what it's designed for. These gearboxes are called crash gearboxes, as you fellas probably know, and that means we crash it into gear. No harm, no foul when it's assertively put into gear. But when you hear the that's the crunch of the monetary financial pain is what's been encountered there. So we tried to do it assertively, as you guys know.